And this has implications, the political implications of this, that we are going to be creating not merely these social units.
We are not up against only the three enemies left to us by President Nyerere.
But we have always maintained, and we continue to maintain, that an armed struggle is necessary only if it is the last resort to achieve the objective of freedom and independence in any colonial territory.
It is also a recognition of his dedicated service to the United Nations and humanity as a whole.
We therefore needed to double our effort to improve business and investment conditions in our countries, including removal of all the barriers to trade and investment.
We do experience losses sometimes, but again, most of the time they post-harvest losses. So we should have proper storage of the crops.
Development to us cannot be the building of a road so that we can point to a road and say, there you are. You know, at one time we had no road, now we have a road. That is development. It can't be the building of a building like this one and say, look, at one time we had no big buildings in Tanzania, now we have big hotels. This is not what we call development. Development to us must be the development of our people. And we are saying it can be brought about by themselves for the purpose of improving their own lives. Now, it does happen that our people are rural people. If development means developing our people by themselves so that they can improve their own lives, well, their lives as peasants. And this is where you are going to develop them, because they are going to work as peasants, to improve their surroundings as peasants, and create, if you like, a new kind of peasant. And this has implications, the political implications of this, that we are going to be creating not merely these social units. These are not simply going to be social units. These are going to be also self-governing units.
And he's doing good work for his people in Tanzania. He and his government have realized that we are not up against only the three enemies left to us by President Nyerere. That is poverty,
literacy,
illiteracy, and disease. But now we have a fourth enemy, and that is hunger. We must do something about hunger. And the best thing to do is to produce our own food. And so now, agriculture is number one priority, along with the three others. And because of that, we are doing what we can. We are seeking assistance from outside, and we are trying to encourage our own people inside the country to turn to agriculture, so that we could be able to earn, to get our own food and a surplus to send outside. So it is true. It is true. We are now trying to do our best to increase agriculture.
The stage has now been reached where the initiative is in the hands of the freedom fighters and total victory is certain. On our part, we have given and we continue to give whatever assistance we can to the nationalists and the freedom fighters so that they effectively wage that struggle. But we have always maintained, and we continue to maintain, that an armed struggle is necessary only if it is the last resort to achieve the objective of freedom and independence in any colonial territory. For we are only too painfully aware of the costs of an armed struggle. The nationalists who fight and die, and those countries which support them, would not opt for armed struggle if the objective could be realized by means other than war. Very regrettably, all other means to achieve that objective in Zimbabwe, as the whole international community is aware, have so far failed. Recently, the governments of the United Kingdom and of the United States of America have put forward the Anglo-American proposals with a declared objective of attaining a negotiated settlement in Zimbabwe on the basis of majority rule. In the view of the Tanzanian delegation, the Anglo-American proposals do not offer a solution to the Rhodesian problem. They do, however, form a sufficient basis for further negotiations. And it is with this understanding that we have welcomed the decision of the Security Council concerning the appointment of the Secretary General's representative.
Mr. President, Madam Deputy Secretary General, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I congratulate you, Mr. President, on your well-deserved election as President of the 66th session of the United Nations General Assembly. My delegation has full confidence in you, and we assure you of our full support and cooperation. I thank and congratulate your predecessor, His Excellency Joseph Dice, for very ably steering the affairs of the 65th session. A lot has been achieved, which I have no doubt you will consolidate and advance. Allow me also to take this opportunity to extend my heartfelt congratulations to our illustrious Secretary General, His Excellency Ban Ki-moon, on his well-deserved second mandate. His re-election reaffirms the trust that we have in him and in his leadership skills. It is also a recognition of his dedicated service to the United Nations and humanity as a whole. Once again, I congratulate and welcome the newest member of the United Nations family, the Republic of South Sudan, and assure them of Tanzania's continued friendship and cooperation. Mr. President, this year the United Republic of Tanzania, which is a union between two sovereign states, the Republic of Zanzibar, the People's Republic of Zanzibar, and the Republic of Tanganyika, will be celebrating 50 years of independence of Tanganyika.
It's supposed to be the area where we are supposed to really to concentrate, because we have historical backgrounds, we are brothers, we are friends, we have the solid ties between the two countries. So probably my visit here is supposed to be to act as a catalyst in order to speed this good relationship and the economic growth between the two countries as far as partnership is concerned. Because this is really very, very, very low compared to the level of our bilateral relations and the immense opportunities available in our two countries. We therefore needed to double our effort to improve business and investment conditions in our countries, including removal all the barriers to trade and investment. Luckily, both our countries are members of the SADC, where there is preferential trade arrangements. This makes it more easy for us to do business. It is therefore incumbent upon us to encourage our people to exploit the business opportunities available in our two countries. They are supposed to meet in Dar es Salaam. Yes, probably soon, because otherwise we'll go on talking, and then so the Minister for Foreign Affairs and the Minister for Foreign Affairs from Namibia, let them arrange during this visit so that they should meet in Dar es Salaam quickly, so that to solve these pending issues, we need to move forward. We need to move fast. We are delaying. The progress is not good. We must change that situation.
Of losses which are occurring during the seasons, the post-harvest, but before that, when the crops are on the farm, we do experience losses sometimes, but again, most of the time, the post-harvest losses. So we should have proper storage of the crops, not necessarily the modern one. We are using the vihenges, the storage, the local ones in the villages. So those ones have to be improved and make them a proper storage for whatever crops the farmers are harvesting. Then agro-processing, that's another area. We are putting our crops in inappropriate storage, they get destroyed, and we are not processing them. We process them when we want to eat. So proper agro-processing, value addition, is going to give more value or more output from the farms. But I think another area which we should look into in order to be able to maintain security of food within the region, we have to have the food balance sheet. We have to know exactly where produces, what is produced in what area, which country produces what type of crop, which country lacks what type of crops. And we should be able